I'm Thaxton. I'm Michael Nida's mother. I'm white. It's obvious. Look at me. I'm white. And I sat at home on my couch and I thought the cops were protecting us. Protecting us from criminals, from gang members, from murderers. I didn't know that the cops were the main murderers that we had to be aware of, that we had to be afraid of. I thought the cops were honest. People with integrity, people with morals. I didn't know. I didn't know the kind of training that they were getting. I should have known because I worked for LAPD in Internal Affairs in 1983. And I remember at the time thinking, oh my gosh, these guys are so arrogant. Why are they so arrogant? Why do they think their crap don't stink? I didn't understand it. And I used to be involved with having to make schedule meetings for Chief Gates, Darryl Gates, the infamous Darryl Gates. And I remember going to one of the meetings one time, and his mantra was, his yell was, everybody out there is a criminal, but you or I. Go get them before they get you. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, no wonder people hate cops. No wonder people don't trust cops. Why would somebody tell a group of people sitting in front of him carrying guns and badges that could legally go out and arrest or shoot people, why would he tell them, go get them before they get you? And that's exactly what they did to my son. My son happened to be going out on a date with his wife. His birthday was in 3 days. He went to get fast food for his son that he left at my house. He was going to get gas. He stopped at the gas station. He ran across the street to get a pack of his wife's favorite cigarettes. Unbeknownst to him, there had been a robbery in the area a block away at a Bank of America. 2 people had held up a woman at the ATM and stole $40 from her at gunpoint. So the area was crawling with cops. My son didn't know. He was oblivious. So while his wife waited in the car, he jaywalked across the street, looking around to make sure he didn't get hit by a car. What did the cop say in her statement? I have a suspect running. In her statement, she said he was looking around suspiciously. Well, hell yeah. He didn't want to get hit by a car. She stopped him. And when she turned her back to him a little ways after she asked him for his ID, he knew he hadn't done anything. And he heard all the chatter on the radio, and he jumped up and ran. Ran across the street, jumped the fence, called his wife and said, come get me, the cops are chasing me. She said, why? He said, I don't know, just come get me. He jumped back across the fence, and when he jumped across the fence, his shirt came up to his neck. And according to the depositions to the police officers, they saw that he did not have a weapon in his waistband. They made him get on the ground, spread eagle, they patted him down. There's a witness to that. The witness testified to that. After they patted him down, the killer cop put a gun to his head and threatened to blow his head off. Then he come down on his back with his knee. My son had a bad back. He jerked. The cop fell backwards. My son got up and ran. Now he just patted my son down. He knew he didn't have a weapon. Knew he didn't have a weapon. He knew it from the front waistband because they seen his shirt up. They knew it because he was been patted down. But because he jumped up and ran, that cop, when he regained his position, he got steady. He brought that submachine gun up and he pulled the trigger and he shot my son 3 times in the back as my son was running away. So when the cops, when they reviewed all this, the district attorney ruled it justified because the coward, arrogant, incompetent cop said, I was afraid for my life. I was afraid that he would shoot somebody else. They knew he didn't have a weapon. Nobody had been shot that night, and he got by with it. People say, now what do? People get mad because you settle. Well, you know, when we went for the depositions, do you know that those attorneys, or those cops, asked my little 5-year-old granddaughter if her dad helped her with her homework, if he helped her with whatever at home, and she was very nervous, and she giggled. And that jerk of an attorney said, why are you laughing? Don't you know your daddy's dead? Don't you care that you don't ever that you no longer have a daddy? I want to spit in that guy's eye. They're all jerks. All they want to do is keep the killer cops on the street. I was complacent. I was blind. But now I see. God bless all of you. And the more we can go out and protest, and the more we can get more people to help us, LA needs to come out. We're really a poor show when it comes to protesting. I mean, you look at New York and some of the other, Boston and some of the others back here, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. And I'm especially proud of my black brothers and sisters for standing up. Standing up. We white folks don't do that. How many white folks around here do you see standing up? There's been a hell of a lot of white people killed by cops too. But you know what? We say, oh, he was probably doing something that he shouldn't have done. Not true. Not true. We need to be aware of what's going on, and we need to fight to stop it. God bless all of you.